Today. We have a blast today. I have a wonderful topic for you. You see, so many people want to lose weight, but there's always a right way and a wrong way in losing weight. You want to lose the weight and keep it off. You want to lose the weight and don't get hungry. So I want to welcome you to be in our show today. And for you at home, for allowing us in your home, I want to welcome you. I want you to stay right there because the show today is quite important. My name is Dr. Cooper-Dockery and welcome to Get Healthy. All right, welcome back. You're watching Get Healthy with Dr. Cooper. And our topic today is losing the belly fat. We know that there are hundreds of thousands of people who are overweight or obese. As a matter of fact, we have 2.1 million people worldwide who are either obese or overweight. A lot of them have the weight right here in the front, the belly fat. There's a danger in the belly fat. The belly fat, the fat right here in the middle, can lead to many diseases. And I'm sure that's why we have so many people trying to lose the belly fat. In our audience today, we have people who have lost weight, one size down, and we're going to be interacting so that you can learn how you too can lose the belly fat, lose the weight, keep it off, lose the weight and become healthier. You know, in my office recently, a patient walked in and she said, Dr. Cooper, I lost 7 pounds in 2 weeks. And my blood pressure has gone down, my pain has improved. So you are there listening to me, you can have the exact same experience. Obesity is a disease. Obesity can lead to diabetes, heart disease, cancer. But we do have a solution for obesity. Despite the fact that obesity, it can be very daunting losing weight. And that is the reason there are so many different diets out there. Keto diet, all these diets. But which one is the one that you could actually stay on for life? If you're on a diet that you cannot maintain for the rest of your life, then you know what's going to happen? You're going to gain the weight back and you're going to increase your risk for so many diseases. So in today's show, you're going to meet some people who have some questions, I'm sure, information that they want to share with you because they have gone through the process. They have changed their diet. They have begun to exercise. They have changed lifestyle. And as a result, they are enjoying good health. Today, I have a live audience. Hey guys, I'm so happy you're here. Welcome again. All right, very nice. So we're talking about losing the belly fat, losing weight. It is very daunting. And I know because it's so difficult, we have to make the change in our mind. Am I right? And does anyone have any question on mindset?
How important is a positive mindset in losing weight and keeping it off?
Wonderful, great question. For you to be able to lose weight and keeping it off, you must first think that you want to make the change. If you don't think that you want to make the change, it won't happen. Think about the change and make plans. Patients who are negative, patients who are depressed or anxious tend to gain weight. It's more difficult. They tend to overeat. They have stress eating. So for you to lose weight, you have to be positive. You must meditate. You must think of the importance of losing weight before you can lose weight. All right? I see you have your daughter there.
Yes, I have my daughter here
Are
with
you
me.
training her to eat right?
Yes, I'm teaching her how to eat more vegetables and fruits instead of junk food.
Great. That's where it begins. It begins with the children. So thank you so much. So you see, audience, you must begin the change by modeling the change, and your children will follow. All right, audience, any more questions?
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
How does
obesity increase the risk of diabetes?
Fantastic question. Thank you for asking that question. You see, in the world today, because of obesity, the incidence of diabetes is also increasing. Sometimes we call diabetes and obesity twins because patients that are overweight or obese tend to have what we call high insulin resistance. See, the fat prohibits the insulin from functioning well. So the insulin cannot take the sugar from the blood to the cells, so the sugar level in the blood will rise, and that is diabetes. For most patients who are diabetic type 2 diabetes, it is said that 80 to 90% of these patients, if they lose weight, they can improve their diabetes and even reverse their diabetes. I've had patients who have lost weight and are no longer diabetic. So yes, obesity increases the risk of diabetes because of high insulin level. Hence, insulin doesn't work as effective as it should. So audience, if you're listening to me and you're overweight, you need to start losing some weight, and this is going to decrease your risk for diabetes. All right, guys, any other questions?
Yes, Dr. Cooper. How can I use intermittent fasting effectively?
All right, intermittent fasting. Let's talk about that. You see, in 1970, the average American consumed about 2,000 calories. Nowadays, we're consuming 3,000 calories a day. We're consuming more than what we need to eat, than what we actually need to function. Consuming a lot will cause weight gain. So what is intermittent fasting? Fasting means stop eating certain portion of the day or for a period of time. When we say intermittent, it means that it is not continuous. So I advise that someone start breakfast say at about 7 or 8 o'clock. And you log in maybe 8 hours of the day in which you're going to consume your meals. Say from 7 to 5. That's the only time you're going to eat. Then from 5 to 6 to 7, no consumption of meal. In doing so, you tend to consume less, and that will decrease your calorie and decrease the weight gain. So I do recommend intermittent fasting. You can also fast one day per week, because for you to gain weight, if you consume 500 calories extra per day, then that week you will gain weight. So intermittent fasting is fantastic. All right, any other questions from my audience?
Yes, Dr. Cooper, I have a question. Changing to a healthier lifestyle requires discipline. How do I acquire it?
All right, that is a very difficult but fantastic question. For you to lose weight and keep the weight off, it has to be a lifestyle. And what is a lifestyle? A lifestyle is habits that you have constantly. Daily habits become your lifestyle. So changing your lifestyle, you have to start thinking about how to eat, what to eat, when to eat, what type of foods not to consume. Then exercise. You have to add exercise in order for you to have a healthy lifestyle and to decrease your risk for diseases. Stress management is also important. How do you manage your stress? Because stress can increase certain hormones, adrenaline, cortisol. This can increase your blood pressure, increase your sugar, increase your weight. And of course, studies have shown that people that meditate tend to be healthier, people who are happier. So all of these different factors are important for you to maintain a healthy lifestyle. All right? So in order for you to actually lose the belly fat, you have to add various factors in there. So how do we lose the belly fat? And where are you on your journey? Are you here? Are you here, or are you going there? Now, many times people might fall off, but remember, in order to get to your goal, you get yourself up and keep going, because it's really not easy to lose the weight. So let's look at some of the food you need to avoid and why. All right, so what do we see here? This is a common American diet, standard American diet. Burger, lots of meat, lots of cheese, lots of fat. Consuming this not only increases your risk for the obesity, but also for heart disease. Lots of cholesterol here. You only find cholesterol in animal products. So this is something you want to avoid in the fries. You're eating a lot of oil here, and oil is a concentrated food. And therefore, consuming these chips, you're going to eat more than those 2,000 calories that you need for the day, and that's one of the way in gaining weight. So this has to go. Let's see what else we need to avoid. All right, so I know this is a little difficult, right? This is, what do you see here? Fried chicken. Ms. Lial, what do you see here?
The fried chicken, the french fries, and the ketchup.
All right, so you have fried chicken here. Lots of fat, okay? And this fried chicken is breaded. So you have the white flour on that, that's dipped in the fryer, and that's a lot of fat. So this is something you have to avoid if you want to lose weight. All right, now I wanted to have here sodas. A lot of people consume soda. That's really lots of sugar. Consumption of sugar, it's going to increase your weight, and not only that, it's going to affect the way your body fights diseases. So what should you eat, you might be wondering. Now on my table here, I have some wonderful food that you can consume if you're trying to lose weight. Now, consuming food high in water content, water and fiber, like these zucchini, this can help you to be full longer, but you're going to lose weight because you don't have a lot of calories right here. So who likes to consume zucchini? All right? There you go. This is good. You need to add this to your plate. And then I have here, what is this that I have here? Eggplant. Fantastic in fiber, lots of water content. Consuming this, you are going to also lose weight. And of course, you're going to have all your vitamins that you need to keep you healthy. I have mushroom. Mushroom is also lots of water content, lots of fiber, and not much in terms of calorie at all. You get your vitamin C, your vitamin D from that, and that is wonderful for osteoporosis. And then we have our broccoli here. So all of these foods, the cabbage, the broccoli, I usually say these are free foods because you're not going to gain weight consuming this, but you're going to be full, all right? And then I put this here, the corn on the cob. This is a whole grain. Whole grain means that you get the entire intact grain. You get your fiber, you get your healthy carbohydrates, your vitamins, and your nutrients. So these are the foods you need to consume if you want to lose weight. Now, I'm not saying consume only this. I'm only giving examples of good foods that are high in fiber and high in water content that you can consume and stay full and lose weight. Of course, we need to add our grains and our legumes, our nuts and our seeds if we want to really stay healthy. And of course, the green leafy vegetables are also important. I know I have Miss Lial here, right? Yes. Hold your mic. You told me that you lost weight. Can you give me in a minute what you did to lose weight?
Well, first of all, cut out the sodas.
Cut the sodas
water.
off. Mm-hmm.
Okay, eat less carbohydrates like the hamburger, only a piece of bread instead of the two.
Right, and
give away the french fries if I ever eat them. Mm-hmm. Also, I increase vegetables and salads, and I eat not later than 6 o'clock.
You know what? I'm so happy you brought that up, because here in the American culture and many cultures, people tend to eat late at night. If you consume your meals too late, what's going to happen? you're going to be gaining weight because you're not going to be using up that calories that you're consuming. So that's very important.
Yes, and of course, increase exercising,
Very nice.
doing it in the morning or in the evening, or walking after each meal sometimes.
Right, and you told me you lost one whole size, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So listen, you heard it from a regular person, Miss Leal. She changed her lifestyle and she lost weight. She went down on one dress size. Not only that, but she decreased her risk for cancer, for diabetes. All of that will improve just with losing 5 to 7% of your body weight. So if you really want to lose weight, get the belly fat off, then re-listen to this show and follow some of the instructions we gave you. And I am sure you're going to be losing weight. And thank you, audience, for being such wonderful audience. You know, you have learned today that in order to lose the belly fat and lose weight, you must first have a positive mindset. Without the positive mindset, you can't really attain your goal. So you must think the change and want to make the change, and then you're going to seek help. You're going to think about your nutrition, exercise, a healthy lifestyle, and then you must first try, if you're a parent, set examples for the little ones. I'm so happy she was here today. Did you learn anything? I'm sure you did. So there is always hope. There is always hope knowing that even though you're overweight and even though you have increased risk for many diseases, there is a way to make the change. Think about the bad things you're eating and stop that. And try to gravitate towards healthier food. And seek help. Have at home healthy food in your refrigerator. Because without healthy options, you're going to try to reach to whatever you have, and that might be unhealthy. And most importantly, remember that your Heavenly Father wants you to be healthy. So there's no need to be anxious. He said, be anxious for nothing, but ask and pray, and He will send you the help. And if you want more information, continue to follow me. I am here to guide you, to give you the information you need to make the change. Go to my website. My website probably is appearing right now on the screen, and seek help. I have various books and courses that you can acquire to change to a healthy lifestyle. So continue to follow me, and I'm sure that you will become healthier. Audience, I thank you so much, and I hope to have you again on my show. All right.